Mastering the Certification Game with our presenter this evening, Deepti Trivedi. Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, Deepti. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you so much.
So you are out of the Pacific Northwest, and you decided to create a game to help you master your certification process. And now you're coming on as an AWS community builder to talk about that. Is that correct?
So I'm not an AWS community builder yet, but I am part of the AWS community in various formats. This was a part of AWS New Voices.
That's right. I'm sorry. I thought you were a CB as well as New Voices. My apologies. You should be a CB too. You should go for that. You absolutely could get it.
I will, and I'll get there one day.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and cut over to your presentation. If you want to go into it, this is going to be organic. If we get any questions from the audience, I will be asking them of you as we go. But have fun with this.
All right. So yeah, mastering the certification game, and I'm going to begin by telling you a story of procrastination. But there is an unexpected twist. Last year, the clock was ticking down on a free AWS certification voucher. And of course, as usual, I had postponed my preparation until the last minute. I figured I would just reschedule, but to my horror, I found out that this was a limited time voucher. Well, filled with apprehension and dread, I logged on to give the exam. But as I started navigating the questions, a surprising thing happened. A friend came to my rescue, which I had not expected at all: gamification. So the numerous challenges that I had participated in earlier that year, they were not just play. So each interactive quest, each leaderboard climb, the jams I had participated in, the badges I had earned, they were more than just games. They were lessons preparing me for this very moment. And I was blown away to find that these fun experiences helped me get the coveted and notoriously difficult AWS Solutions Architect Professional certification. Oh, I'm Deepti. You can call me Deeps, technology associate at a startup. And here we are constantly integrating these game mechanics into educational content to empower early career technologists. So what is gamification, you might ask? Now, gamification applies game design elements like you see here to the left, which might be a leaderboard, puzzles, quizzes, and they are applied to traditionally non-game contexts or areas like an office, classrooms, or online learning environments. And this is done to motivate and engage users. What it does is it taps into the psychological principles of the joy of play, the thrill of competition, and the victory of overcoming challenges. And let's look at it in a little more detail. Now, you can see the two scenarios here, and you can see the contrast as well. So on the left, we have the traditional learning route where there are hours of poring over tutorials or watching long videos, and you can kind of see the lack of engagement. But to the right, which is the world of gamified learning, you can almost feel the palpable excitement and the motivation. And the gamification, it's a myth that gamification makes the learning process easier or shorter. It does not. But because you're doing it of your own free will, you don't mind the long, hard learning process. And I feel like this is an important thing to know about because it addresses a common challenge in technical education, which is keeping learners engaged and retaining complex information.
Mm-hmm.
So by integrating gamification, we might be able to transform the educational experience to almost feeling like an adventure. And so you might have questions about how to get started with gamified learning, especially in the context of, the certifications or mastering cloud concepts. Now, Google has Google Arcade. Microsoft has Microsoft Learn, where you can earn badges, you can collect points and redeem them for swag. Uh, One of my favorite courses is the AWS Cloud Quest on AWS Skill Builder. This is a role-playing game where it is designed to help you develop job-ready skills. And learners here work on actual real-world cloud challenges like setting up a secure networking environment, implementing automation, or increasing availability, and more. And Cloud Quest places you in a simulated job role, for example, Solutions Architect, where you talk to fictional customers and learn how to formulate a technical solution for a business problem. And you do receive guidance as you build your solutions in the AWS sandbox environments. And then you complete the assignment by validating the functionality of your solution. You earn rewards, you beautify your city, you can score and collect quirky pets. But most importantly, when you complete all the assignments in a quest, you get official AWS Credly badges, which you can showcase on your social media and start building your brand. So here, this is a QR code. If you scan this, this will take you to a blog post, my blog post on medium.com, where I have a complete video walkthrough on how to enroll in the free cloud practitioner role in Cloud Quest and get solving your very first challenge.
Awesome.
Who knows? You may well be on the way to getting this shiny golden jacket. And the AWS Golden Jacket is, for context, is an exclusive swag for people who have completed all available AWS certifications. I believe with gamification, you can do it. Thank you.
Now, is the golden jacket, is that if you've passed all of them, so CP and all of the specialty exams? Is it like, wow, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a very elite club of people who have that.
So you used the Cloud Quest to get your SA Pro. Is that the only thing that you used, or did you use other resources as well?
The only other thing that I used was the AWS Skill Builder practice exam set, and that was just prior to giving the actual exam, maybe a couple of hours earlier. And that was just to identify any gaps, learn about any new services which might not have been included in Cloud Quest. But really the thing that helped me out was in Cloud Quest, you're given, or jams as well, or any other gamification that you like in Google Arcade or MS Learn, where you have these labs that you work on. So when you work in actually hands-on with the business problem at hand, you learn how these services interact with each other. And when you come across a question which has a scenario which you're asked to solve, and you are given these multiple choice answers and asked to give the best possible solution, you get a pretty good idea of which service which would connect to what, and how one of the scenarios presented in the answer is the correct answer. So it helped me a lot.
Nice, awesome. Let me see if anybody's got any additional questions in the Twitter sphere real fast. I super love this. When you were going through this, so you are part of the what is the name of that program? The reintegration back in the tech program that you were talking about?
Yes, that was the AWS Restart. And
Restart. Now, did Restart make the recommendation to use the Cloud Quest program? How did they help you out with this?
So I did Restart back in February of 2022, and they were just launching. They had just launched the first quest in AWS Cloud Quest, And I think around the time that the program was ending, our instructor told us about this quest. And of course, gamification interests me a great deal. If there's anything like competitive or, problems, I have to troubleshoot a lab or have to find a problem to a solution, I'm all
Mhm.
over it. So I started it, and it's a good deal of investment of time
Mhm.
because there are 12 assignments in a single quest, in the very basic quest. That's the cloud practitioner role. And probably you'll start the lab. The resources take time to get, come up, and then
Mhm.
you begin actually doing uh, the hands-on part of the lab, and then also finding the answer to the puzzle, that
Nice.
question that is asked. So that helped me a lot in understanding uh, how do I go about creating solution architectures for any business problems that I might come across in my future role.
And how? Oh, oh! Look who is here. Oh well, hello there, Shala. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, I made it.
Hello.
Deepti, this is Shala. Shala, this is Deepti.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Shala is also in the process of creating like a gamified learning experience for Terraform. She's creating It's not Grand Theft Auto because that's stealing the name. It's Grand Theft Terraform.
No, it's called Theft Auto.
Theft. Okay. Now, so there's. Okay. All right. Sorry. I don't want to get you sued by anybody. So I'll just shut up now. So Deepti, how long from start to finish was your process? So you used Cloud Quest. You got the Solutions Architect Professional. How long was that road?
So it took me quite a bit of the half of 2023, and it was in June 2023 that I got the certification. This was a ongoing process, and there are plenty of cloud quests. There's not just the one. So I used the 7-day skill builder free trial period to get access to other cloud quests that are on the platform, and those are more advanced. Like there's one for machine learning, there's one for solutions architect, and
Oh,
so on.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wow.
the problems there are more in depth and more advanced. They utilize more services than you would come across in just the Cloud Practitioner series. So that's something that also helped me out a lot when I was doing the professional certification, because otherwise, all these services, gets to be a lot. There are a lot of them. But so the time period, I would say, is it took me a good amount of maybe 10 weeks or 10 or more weeks.
Wow.
And
And
that is spread out across the first half of 2023.
gotcha. And so you said machine learning. Is that your next goal? Are you going for the ML certifications now?
I might.
There's no pressure. We're not going to hold you to it or anything.
There's one more professional certification, the DevOps certification that
Yep.
has been on my mind.
Shala's actually studying for that right now.
I am.
How's it going?
I haven't. Okay, so I started studying for DevOps Associate. I need to refresh on that because that was a bit ago, and then I'm gonna start for DevOps Pro. So how's it going? Kind of off track at the moment, but I was just telling myself this week to get started on that because I finally just got a car because my car had died. And so my plan is to drive to the library so I can like seclude myself and just go heads down and just get that knocked out, because at home I'm easily distracted by my Xbox and Netflix.
Isn't that the way of it? I have to leave the house too when I want to do some real good studying.
I highly recommend looking into Cloud Quest if gamification and learning is your thing. I highly recommend and getting go for cloud quests that are more in depth, they're more advanced. But
Okay.
yes, definitely, I would say that uh, learning to do these challenges and then actually working on the console helped me a lot
Nice.
navigating the
So
questions.
we have a LinkedIn user asking what we think about AWS Simulearn, which was recently introduced. Do I recommend that? I'm going to say I don't recommend it because I haven't heard anything about it until literally just now.
And I
But now that I'm,
actually I have the heard about it. It's
yeah,
very recent. I think it looks good. I think it's like puzzle. You have to like make puzzles, or you have to like put the services in the proper order, and then yeah, you solve the puzzle, something of that sort. But it's
oh,
also very interactive, and yeah, I would recommend that. It's probably a little lesser compared to uh, you know AWS Cloud Quest because these are
what do you mean lesser? Lesser how?
uh, um, this must be just like you can map the services to the problems that it's asking you about. So
Hmm, hmm.
probably you would be given a problem and then you're going to just put the services in the proper uh, order in the solution architecture. That's the
Oh, I
I've
see.
seen just one video about it, but
Hmm.
that's what it seems to be. But yes, anything gamification, I always recommend. And if you want to go step by step, probably this might be better than
Oh,
jumping straight into
translate
project.
business problems into technical solutions powered by generative AI. AWS Simulearn. Okay, so it's more of a it's not going to help you like get the cert like your DevOps Pro or your SA Pro. This is more of a higher level. Oh, well, you're trying to fix this problem. Let's map it to an AWS service kind of thing. I see.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, I mean, this would be a good introductory thing to like get
yeah,
you knowing about what a service is and what it means and how it does its thing. But it's probably not going to be like for the specialty certs or anything like that. I would assume, having only just seen it for the first time right now. Interesting. Okay, well, you learned something new.
mhm,
AWS Simulearn. Nice. Cool. Well, you said everybody calls you Deeps. Is that what you go by? Okay, awesome. Deeps. It was certainly a pleasure having you on.
yeah.
Was there anything that you wanted to have as a call to action for folks, or how can people reach out to you if they have any additional questions?
I would get like connect with me on LinkedIn. I actually had a slide for that. Yeah, this one.
Cool.
The other one was the Medium post for actually attempting the Cloud Quest.
Oh,
Mm,
wonderful.
but this
It's
one is my LinkedIn, so please feel
perfect.
free to connect with me because I love talking about gamification in the context of learning. It has made my life pretty easy and also like engaging, right? It's as I said, it's not really learning. It's just internalizing these concepts, these complex concepts,
Mm.
understanding them, and then being able to apply them.
Yeah, when it's fun, it's not even really. You don't even feel like you're learning, and you're just absorbing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, when it's gamified, I realize it's easier for me to recall what I've learned. So when it's gamified, and with that gamified, it's hands-on. Yeah,
Mm.
I can recall the information like crazy. But if I'm just reading something or just watching a video of someone talk about it,
Mm.
I can't recall the information very well.
Doesn't
Me
stick as good.
personally,
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
Also, like AWS jams, or anything like
Oh yeah.
where you actually the solution is already built for you, but you have to troubleshoot something. Something's not working, and you have to
Mm.
troubleshoot it. And I love that aspect of it, like going in like an investigator, and then trying out so many things before you uh, pinpoint what the actual root cause is, and then fixing it. So a lot of things there, like actually being able to understand the solution architecture, being able to find the problem, and then using documentation to fix it. it just requires a huge deal of your time, patience, effort, and then that sticks with you. Completely agree.
I love AWS Jams and I love AWS Game Days and the
Yes.
quests and that they host and everything. But I'm so competitive that I immediately try to figure out how to cheat.
Excuse me, what was that?
Because you can go in and hack the CloudFormation template that deploys the game, and
You know what? That's learning though.
it is learning.
It is well, yeah, I can't dispute that.
Yeah.
Learning
On
of
this
the-
episode, Deeps learned I'm a horrible human being. That's what she learned.
No. No, it's a different kind of expertise, but I love that.
That's great. I love game days. I love being a coach for game days. That is one of my favorite things to do. I want to do more of it.
We're actually in the process of writing up a game day for HashiCorp and AWS. We're making a game day for Terraform that we're going to be hosting for the first time at HashiConf. So AWS will come in and do the game day thing for us there, but we're going to write the quest for it. So
Nice. Can I be a coach?
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
You want to come to Boston for HashiConf?
I haven't been to Boston, so why not?
You need to come to my neighborhood. I'll show you
I'm
around.
just saying, I know nothing about the upper East Coast. I know Florida and North Carolina. That's it.
It's in October. It'll be a little bit chilly, so you have to wear some warmer stuff. But I'll take you on a boat tour. We'll catch a Red Sox game. We'll catch a Celtics game. We'll do all the fun things.
Nice. I have my Alaska gear
Sounds
still,
good.
so.
Oh, you'll be set. Okay, all right. We have completely sidetracked. Deeps, thank you so much for coming on. Super appreciate you. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much. Good
Bye.
night.